Hey guys, Airsoft Al here, and today we will be taking apart the Cybergun FN Scar L. I've already removed the magazine. So what you're going to want to do first is you want to make sure that the gun is completely done. I would recommend you leave it on fire because that's kind of how it is. So what we're going to do first is we are going to take off the buttstock, because the buttstock you might not want to have on when you're doing this. So what you want to do is you want to take a small screwdriver or something at least to pop out the pin. So I don't recommend you do this. If you have actual tools, definitely do that. I'm mostly trying to do this improvised, so yeah, that's kind of how it is. So well, damn, that's definitely interesting. Okay, so let's just try this on the flip side. So let's see if this will actually pop out on the flip side, because this is definitely an interesting one, because it popped out last time. Well, shit, it's not one to pop out, so that is a bummer. Oh no, wait, there are actually screws on this plate, so it might just pop out. So what you want to do now is, since that is unable to do that, we'll just take the screws off on this butt plate. This is interesting that there are actually screws on this butt plate. So here we go, we'll just line it up right here, and we'll just start taking off screws. Apparently that is not big enough. It's too big for that one, so we'll just go with a small screwdriver. There we go. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, so we'll just take this off. If this actually goes straight into the actual assembly for the actual screw, for the actual spring, that is definitely interesting, because that would mean Cybergun's Scar L has a quick change spring system, which is definitely an interesting concept for a Springer gun. I would definitely be happy to see that, because then that would mean innovation in the actual field for Springer players only, which means they can actually change out the spring and definitely have something to work with. Once again, that would be interesting for me. I'm just saying, you know, I like spring guns. They're simple, they're effective, they're fun for backyard play, and it's just one of those things, you know. Okay, here we go. Once again, it's all Phillips head only, from what I've seen, so most Springer guns should be Phillips heads only. You should only need Phillips heads. I'm not sure exactly. Yep, there we go. Go. And yep, that's what I thought. It's a butt plate, so we'll just take off the butt plate. And we'll just do this. There we go. I am sorry that you're not able to see this, but I have to work with what I got, and I am sorry that you weren't able to see it. Once again, I apologize, because you're unable to see what I'm able to see, so that's one of those things. Go. Take this here. Yep. It is a... I recommend you keep a thumb on the butt plate, because it seems like there is a spring in it. Yep, that's what it was. Oh, so this is not a quick change spring system. I'm a little bit disappointed, but at the same time, I'm a little bit relieved, because if that had flown off, that would have hit me in the face, and that would not have been good for me. Okay, so apparently there seems to be some things here, so that means it is attached to these screws here. So we'll just go ahead and start taking off external parts, which can be taken off. So we'll just go ahead and take off the rear sight here. Just loosen her up a bit so she comes off like that. Yep, like that. So just take her off. Rear sight takes off. We'll just set her off to the side. Let's go ahead and take off the charging handle, because I know that will get in the way. You will need a large Phillips head screw for this one. Let's go ahead and take her off. And you guys fell off. That actually happened. You guys just fell off. So there we go. We'll try that again like this. I don't know if you guys can see very well. I hope you can. I am sorry that you fell off. I really am sorry. And if you're wondering why this seems like it's taking place right after the 522 disassembly, it's because it is. This is taking right after that. I just need to actually see if something would actually work, and I believe it should. There we go. The charging handle is simply held on by a screw. You can definitely take this off and probably put on a much more comfortable charging handle. I'm probably going to do that myself. There we go. So let's go ahead and start taking off rail assemblies, because rail assembly, while yes plastic, it is not exactly comfortable. I'm not going to say they're not comfortable. I'm not going to say, I mean, they're a little bit too big for some standard rail. Like my Magpul foregrip would not fit on these rails for some reason, so that's definitely a big concern for me. But even so, I gotta say, Cybergun, you definitely do make these guns pretty interesting, so I am kind of happy for that. Let's see, let's just keep going here. I am kind of surprised to see the 3-screw system when a lot of other Springers, including Real Steel, even other much more higher quality airsoft guns, definitely use 4 to 5 screws to hold down their rails, but then again, that's just me. Either way, there we go. Yeah, these do hold them in place, so you might want to go ahead and consider removing these. Here we go. We'll go ahead and remove this one. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 on the top rail, so that definitely is interesting. Now, I don't have to unscrew much here, because I think most of these are cosmetic. I think most of the screws on the side are for cosmetic only. I say that, but then again, I'm not sure, because I haven't messed with this gun in a very good long time, and this is my second time unscrewing it completely to do maintenance on it, so yeah, I haven't done maintenance on this thing in a year, maybe 2 years, I think, depending on how it is. There we go, let's just go into this. And if we see how big the barrel length is, we should probably see what it's like. And we could probably change out the hop-up as well, which would be a very nice touch. Once again, you can do the same thing with the 522, probably, if you're able to. Definitely try and be very careful when removing the rail, though, because I think the rail might be, yep, the rail is a little bit sensitive. Just a tiny bit sensitive, the rail is. So just be very careful removing it. There we go. Whoop, yep, there went a screw. So we're just going to try and, yep, there's the screw. And this is a very, very monolithic rail. I'm surprised that it's all one-piece plastic. Definitely interested to see that, actually. Okay, so yeah, there's a little bit of plastic there, so that means a little bit of plastic probably, yep, a little bit of plastic went with us. That's not a good sign. Okay, so it is completely unscrewed on bottom and top. Well, not completely, but I did have a theory a long time ago saying that, well, not really a theory, I did see that people could remove the grip here and they could add a grip. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this here, because if I'm correct, then yeah, then we can remove this grip and completely do something with it. Probably. It really does depend on whether or not it's actually, because not everything on the internet you read is true, sadly. I'm kidding, of course, on some things. Some aspects of the internet is pretty interesting, especially when they say you can completely remove this and completely customize it. I am considering actually doing an upgrade service for Springer only, making them very, very good little snipers. Again, I guess it all depends on whether or not it is like it is, but it's just one of those things, you know? There we go. Shit, this is definitely interesting. Okay, I think I might have to actually finagle her a bit to try and get her open. Ah, shit, yeah, that's definitely a pickle. Well, not really a pickle, it's just being a pain in the ass, so yeah, we're probably gonna have to... Okay, so only 2 screws came out. Okay, so that might be the problem there. There we go. Yep, that's what it was. Just got a finagler. And yeah, that is actually pretty nice. So yeah, it's actually pretty interesting. We can actually customize the actual grip itself. All these guns can be customized, apparently. Very nice, very nice. So we'll just put this over here in the parts pile. Okay, so here we go. We now have a lot of screws to unscrew, so we're going to have to do what we can with this. Would be very interesting. Okay, so here we go. We're just going to unscrew as many as possible, and then we're going to have to be careful how we handle this, because if we do this the wrong way, this gun is basically non-functional right out of the bat. So once again, we've got to be careful how we do this. I am surprised I'm using my multi-tool because I did have a small screwdriver, but the small screwdriver would not exactly work. So here's how I do it. I would just completely undo this, try and leave the screws in where they are, and that way I can, you know, just come back in there and do that. Now again, I think the outer externals are just cosmetic. Like the buttstock holding lug right here, the side Picatinny rails, I think that is all cosmetic. Again, I think. Now, from the looks of it, it looks like the barrel and the gas lug, well, the fake gas lug, that looks like it's going inside the gun itself, so that means there is no ripping the barrel apart, so that's a good sign. AEGs, on the other hand, little AEGs, I don't like that they don't do that. I would actually be kind of happy if they did that. But that's just me personally, so yeah. That's kind of how it is. There we go, we're just going to go ahead and do that. There we go. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and do that. I am happy how this is actually much more easy. Well, not as easy. But I guess with certain airsoft guns, it definitely comes with certain things, which I'll admit, if Cybergun is hearing me, Cybergun, Talco Sports, whatever the hell your name is, as a company, if you're watching this video, definitely hear me out when I say you should offer some sort of upgrade service for Springer guns, because that would definitely up your sale boost, and definitely up the actual variety in Springer guns, because, you know, that would definitely give something for the kids to do, it would definitely give something for the entry-level players to do, it would definitely be something interesting, because then the Springer guys could compete with the actual AEGs. Now, yes, I know that might seem a bit much, and I know that might seem ridiculous to you, but just think about it. I mean, a lot of people love to upgrade their guns, a lot of people love to do a lot with their guns. I'm just one of those guys that loves to tinker with their guns, and I love doing what I love to do. So, if anyone out there can actually offer an upgrade service, or any advice on Springer guns, that would be very nice. That'd be kind of nice. Here we go. We're going to have to go with the small screwdriver here, because, damn it. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. So we're just going to try and do this. Here. There we go. Yeah, it's definitely taking off the Picatinny rail. That's what I was afraid of with the plastic. There we go. And now, you don't want to do this when the actual gun is primed, because if you do this when the gun is actually fully primed, like the charging handle is completely charged, it's not going to be fun. It is not going to be a fun day for you. You know, I'm going to have to take off the side Picatinny rail. I'm afraid I'm going to have to, guys, because this thing is starting to get in the way. So, yeah, for this one, I'm going to have to take off this side of the Picatinny rail. So, yeah, it's just going to have to be how it is. So, there we go. Damn it. There we go. That one just came off easy. And I'm happy I did that, because apparently there is a screw right there I did not see. So, yeah, that's definitely a good sign. Or, no, wait, that is the screw I unscrewed. Okay, so, yeah, here we go. And, yeah, she is fully ready to come apart. So, let's just go ahead and try and carefully pull this little baby apart. Shit, she is definitely... Okay, yeah, there we go. So, yep, here we go. We are definitely... That's what I was afraid of. There we go. Yep, there we go. And there is the internals of a gun, and that is pretty interesting since that seemed to have been, yeah, that's just really interesting. Also, I'm going to have to find all the screws and just put them over here on the side. Also, trigger assembly. If anyone was interested in knowing, this is in fact, the trigger assembly. Where is where did she go? Where did you go, actually? Because I'm a little bit worried now. Yep, that's what I was afraid of. Apparently something fell out of the trigger assembly, which... the way it is, I'm probably going to be able to find the pieces or make it work however I can. But yeah, apparently pieces did fall out. That's what I was afraid of, once again, to basically put in terms that I've already said beforehand. I was afraid something like that was going to happen, so yeah. Which means I'm probably going to have to get up and see what parts are around here. But either way, once again, here's the actual thing. This is a plastic barrel. That is, okay, now that is definitely interesting to see a plastic barrel. I'm not one for plastic. I think a lot of you already know that. I'm not one for plastic barrels. That just really does disappoint me a little bit, actually, that they actually would use a plastic barrel to actually do this. So, yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed in that. Yeah, I'm going to have to get up a bit. Shit. Okay. There we go. Okay, so looking at this thing here, this is definitely one that I am not comfortable even considering touching, because looking at the internals of it, I am not happy. This is something I don't like seeing. I don't like seeing like this. Also, I found the part, apparently. This is apparently the part. This apparently is the actual piece, the actual gun itself. So that is interesting. Probably not. This is where I actually start considering whether or not something was actually worth doing. And this is not worth it. I'm actually really considering whether or not I should actually fix the gun, because, to be fair, I rarely use this gun, and to be honest with you guys, I don't really like it that much. Well, I'm not going to say I don't like it. It's a really good Springer gun. It's actually really cool. But something like this is one of those guns where I don't know if I should really consider fixing it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to say it's a bad gun. In fact, the complete opposite. It is a really decent little gun. Okay, so yeah, this definitely. Okay, so yeah, this is basically the trigger assembly itself. Or not, apparently. What the hell? No, what the actual hell is going on here? I honestly just don't know anymore, guys. I am just bumfounded by this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the actual spring here, because this is what I was going for. And this is a lot more dense than the actual 522 spring, which is this right here. This is a lot more dense, a lot more powerful, probably. And this will definitely give me a little bit more power in the 522, which I'm definitely wanting. So, yeah, much more denser spring, because let me just go ahead and show you what I mean by this. Okay, so this is the denser spring. I try to push it. It's definitely going to be interesting. This one right here, it's a simple push. This is easy to push. So yeah, this will give you more FPS with the 522. So I'm going to definitely do that with the 522. And then let's replace that spring with the 522 spring. As for everything else, I'm definitely a little bit disappointed in how the actual thing is constructed. I'm definitely disappointed in the way it seems to be made. I'm just disappointed, guys. I mean, I like the metal charging handle. I like that it's doing everything else in between. I just wish I had opened this up a little bit sooner. And this one here, this is definitely gives it a little bit more of a flow valve. This is the flow valve to it. This is the plunger to it. It's a little bit more dense and much more than the actual 522, but at the same time, I'm just not really impressed by it. I am just disappointed, is what the only thing I can say about this gun is I'm just disappointed in it. I'm disappointed in the way it is. I'm disappointed in the way the internals are built. I was led to believe that the internals were metal, I was led to believe that the internal was a metal internal, which, by the way, here's your weight. This is your gun weight. Right here, it's solid metal, lead. So you can definitely take that out and basically do whatever the hell you want with it. Honestly, guys, I'm just a little disappointed. But maybe we can come out of this with something interesting. I'm a little disappointed that this is plastic and not metal. I am really disappointed in Cybergun. So, quoting someone who used to work at Cybergun, they say Cybergun they don't care, they just do not give a shit, they just do not care. And I'm going to have to agree with them on this one. On this gun in particular, I'm going to have to agree with them, and this just disappoints me to no end. It disappoints me. So, thank you guys for watching. This has been Airsoft Owl's Gun Take Apart, and this gun will just be a parts gun now. That's what it's basically going to be. All these parts here will be for other projects and for other guns, and I will see you guys in the next video.